Yes, and we had fun the other night.
Oh man.
Didn't we?
Yes, I kind of gave the if anyone's in the Escape Adulthood League and follows along with the new postings, I gave a little teaser on the Whimsy Wednesday post today about what we did. We needed to take a break.
Yeah, we have had a lot of virtual programs for clients, which we love, but it's a lot. And the other night we had one late in the day.
Yes. Dinner time.
Dinner time, and we just kind of looked at each other. It went great.
Yeah.
We put everything into it, and then we were just like, ugh, done. And we said we need a pajama run. And
pajama run. I would assume anyone who's watching this tonight knows what a pajama run is, but just in case you don't, it really is as easy as getting your pajamas on. And we like to do it surprise, like so we do pots and pans with the kids of like pajama run, and then it's off to the ice cream shop, which in our case in Sheboygan is Dairy Queen. Oh, you couldn't even see that here. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and we upped it because we also combined sticky cups. So that we had just got done telling the group we were speaking to about these things, and it had been a while since we'd done either of them.
Yes.
So Kim pulls out the red Solo cup, which you can see here that we taped to our car.
Our black car, so it just stood out like a sore thumb. And it was a nice night. People were walking around. People, there was just so many people out. Which became some definite.
Yeah, we didn't even make it out of the neighborhood. There's a kid playing basketball. He's like, "You got a cup on your car."
The kids were giddy, and they're like,
"It was so great to see people do double takes." And,
I know.
When we were pulling into Dairy Queen, the guy in front of us saw out of his mirror, out of his rearview mirror, this cup, and he's like pointing, and I just kind of look at him, and I go like this, and he got this big grin on his face.
His face was priceless, you guys. It was almost like he was like, "What? You guys are doing this on purpose?" Like we had a moment.
Yes, we did. And then we were pulling out with our mini blizzards, and there was some sort of house party going on at this front porch. Yeah. About 10 people, and they're all like, "You gotta come, you gotta come," and just like cheering, cheering, and it was great. Then there's a motorcycle right behind us.
Yeah.
Taking a selfie, or not a selfie, taking a picture of the cup. So it was a blast.
It definitely had that moment where I'm like, why don't we do this more often? But then you're like, but if we did it more often, maybe we wouldn't appreciate it. Kind of like Jennifer said earlier, Tackett, that they had ice cream for dinner tonight.
Ooh,
now that is the real deal.
Doing life right.
Right? And you can't do that for every night because then it's just really bad parenting.
Yes, yeah. It's a fine line.
Right.
Shout out to Mary, first time joining from Savannah, Georgia.
Welcome. What a beautiful place to
We
live.
are in love with Savannah. That is one of our favorite places.
Is that a good word for Savannah?
It is.
Dreamy.
It is. It's America is very homogenized in many ways.
Yes.
There's not a lot of places that have its own vibe,
true.
But Savannah is one of them. New Orleans is another one, right? So we love Savannah, and welcome, Mary.
And welcome to Shia Spears, who, well, I'm calling you Spears. I'm going back to your maiden name, Shia. Sorry, Johnson, because I know you travel a lot, and it's hard to get on here. So it's nice to see you live tonight. I bet she knows a lot about Savannah just because she's in an airplane a lot.
Yes.
So
and
a
lot of welcomes to Mary. It's always good to have new people jumping in. Helen said she had chocolate pudding for dinner tonight. And it looks like we have an open invitation for Mary to visit anytime.
Sweet. Oh, man. Watch out.
In like Flynn with that.
Right?
So, so we had fun. And, it's just a good reminder. Like, so we, in that program when we were talking about Pajama Run, Sticky Cup, there was someone in there that said, we asked people at the end, like, what was your biggest takeaway from the show? And she said, my biggest takeaway is that I'm not as playful or fun parents as you are. And we were very quick to point out, like, we don't do this stuff every single day, right? We have our challenges just like anyone else.
Yes.
And I think what's fun about Pajama Run and Sticky Cup or any of the things we talk about is you could have done it before. It doesn't mean you can't do it again. And sometimes doing it again, and I got to tell you, we did it the other night, and it was, the sun was coming down. It's what they call magic hour. The temperature was perfect. We had the windows down. We went for a ride down some country roads after that, playing some of our family's favorite music, and it was like bliss. It was glorious.
It was
and,
a complete 180, would you say?
Yes.
For where we need to be on a Monday. It's like, oh, we can't start a Monday this tired, you guys. Right? I think that's the moment where you're like, we got to do something. You got to call audible. Is that the right sports term? By the way, Shia does love Savannah. Did I call that? I knew you would love Savannah, right? But yeah, magic hour, right, Kate? I mean, there's just something about putting yourself in a position to be able to overcome and make that 180. And that's what all these little tips are all about, Charlie
just
Brown.
busting out of that rut that adultitis puts us in from time to time.
Yeah.
So